Well, Ashley Tromutolo and Kristen Stewart started their 1,000 Miles of True Crime podcast last year. It details a whole host of unsolved crimes from the JonBenét Ramsey case to the Lane Bryant murders.
Ashley and Kristen join us live this morning to tell us more. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Thanks for having us.
Hi. So I know there are a lot of, you go on any of the streaming services these days, and there are so many true crime documentaries. There are so many podcasts out there. You guys are relatively new to this. So what is the concept of your podcast here? What are you guys doing with us?
So we were really close friends. We actually met at work, and in the middle of COVID, when everything was starting to shut down, my good friend Kristen here decided to tell me that she was moving away to Texas, and I was heartbroken and I didn't know what to do, how we could actually stay friends. And we were both obsessed with true crime, and we were calling each other constantly, just sharing our favorite cases and discussing details. And we decided, like, hey, it's probably the perfect time to start our own podcast.
So you guys started it, and you did one episode recently on the Lane Bryant murders, and I think anyone from the Chicago area could tell you they remember in 2008 when this happened in Tinley Park. Now recently, 2 detectives were just put on the case to relook at all of that evidence. Do you guys stay in touch with police through this too, or do they ask you for any of the information you got? Because I know in your episode on this, you interviewed quite a few people.
Yeah, we did interview a lot of people. Unfortunately, we didn't get to interview the new detectives, but we got to interview some of the older detectives who've actually already retired. And we were able to get their opinion on the case and see where they kind of went with everything. And honestly, the police are doing everything they possibly can to get this case solved. And that's why we really wanted to cover the case. We really felt like one of the big things is that we need to get the name back out there. A lot of other areas don't even cover the case. And even in this area, obviously the Chicagoland area, we cover it every February during the anniversary, but we wanted to try to find a way to keep the name out there, keep people talking about it.
And what were some of the things that through that episode, was there anything that you really discovered that was different than some of the other reporting that had already been out there on the Lane Bryant case?
Well, yeah, I think we had an interesting perspective. I mean, I grew up, 15 minutes from where it happened. So I actually understood the area. One of the things I pointed out was a lot of people just call it Chicago or the Chicagoland area. And, it's not, it's a part of a subdivision. It's not as busy as a lot of people think. So for us, that was kind of big to get out there and explain how someone could easily escape right there on I-80 on the expressway. A lot of other things that we had learned was just, how well the cops did how they jumped on it. And just finding out, a lot of people thought this case was already solved. So people aren't out there looking because they just assumed it got so much coverage. There's no way that this wasn't solved. And just finding out some of the other routes they had taken, going even through NASA to try to get this case solved, and still it's not solved, and it's probably not getting the publicity it deserves.
And Kristen, you have a connection to another unsolved case as well, and this is your friend that went missing. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, my friend Rachel Mellencamp went missing January the 31st of 1996. I actually met her through our parents being friends with each other. And since that case, and also that it's not been solved, I've really, really wanted to hone in on that. And that's actually going to be the next case that I cover on the podcast.
Excellent. You guys also did a deeper dive on one of the cases, of course, that everyone in America knows a lot about, JonBenét Ramsey. What were some of the things that you discovered doing that episode?
So actually, after we covered the case, we got the honor of going and seeing a speech with John Ramsey. And I think that really opened up our eyes. In the episode, we really focused on the myths of the case. So I decided to not look at the news coverage and what was being reported at the time and really focus on the facts. So like the autopsy and things like that. And right away, I think we realized that a lot of things that we for sure knew about the case, those were absolutely true, really were not true. So for us, I think we were able to go into it with a little more open eyes, and then just getting to hear from John Ramsey himself, learn that he's fighting really hard right now to get the DNA away from the Boulder PD, get it with the FBI. And, he wants to get it tested again. He thinks there's still DNA. He thinks this still can be solved if we get that DNA away from them. So that gave it a really interesting perspective for me. And then just hearing about his life's passion right now, he calls it his life's work, is to make child murders a federal offense so that they could automatically bring in the FBI and get all all of those federal resources. So for me, that was just getting to learn a little more and like, why are we so obsessed with this case, basically?
Do you guys have any feelings on who you think it could have been?
Ooh, I have arguments for both sides. Actually, last night at a little party we were able to get into a deep conversation because the person I was talking to was convinced 100% it was somebody in the house. It was probably John Ramsey. So I could actually argue both sides. I think I probably lean a little more towards an intruder, though.
Well, the podcast
I agree
is
with
called,
Ashley.
Yep, you do. Thank you, Kristen. The podcast is called 1,000 Miles of True Crime, and I'm sure you can hear more of their opinions on all of that. You can follow them on social media. Ashley, Kristen, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having us.